Is Larry here?
No, I don't know. At this time, we'll call the regular meeting in the New Ulm City Council for Tuesday, August 18, 2020 at 4:30 p.m. First item on the agenda is public notice to conduct meeting by teleconference. We do have one counselor missing that said he would be calling in. Are you there, Larry?
I'm here.
Good, all right. So at this time, we'll go on to item number 2, consent agenda items. What's your wishes?
I'll offer a motion to approve those.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda items. Any discussion on any?
I usually make a couple comments when I see some things on here, and I just wanted to, oh wait, that's coming up. Oh, it's part of 2.2, and that's this report on this sales tax, lodging tax, building permits. And last month I reported that we actually went up about $10,000. Well, we finally seen the boom, and now we've dropped $50,000 from the previous month.
That's because we haven't gotten that second half payment yet. So that's only the first payment for that month. There will be a cleanup payment that will likely be
So what
40
would
to
what would that
60,000.
total become then, do you think?
probably close to 100,000.
Okay, good. So we're still not seeing the drop yet. Okay.
So each month we'll kind of see where that'll probably be a little bit less, and it'll take another month to catch up to
Yep.
get that second payment. Yeah.
Because some of the other indicators weren't bad. The vehicle sales were up, and the lodging tax collection, obviously, our lodging is way, way down 70%. But, the building permits are hanging in there, up a little bit. But vehicle sales and excise tax went up a little bit. So it wasn't all bad news. So other than that, that's all I had for comments. Thanks.
Thank you. Any more comments? Seeing none. Finance Director, please call the roll.
Counselor Fisher?
Yes.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
And President Schmitz?
Yes, motion carries. Item 3.1, public hearing on the final plat of the Bode Addition. Mr. Schnobrick.
Can you adjust your microphone?
The Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of the final plat with conditions at its July 30th meeting. The owners of the property are Eric and Casey Bode. The property is generally located south of 3rd South Street and west of South German Street. And the City Council approved the preliminary conditions at July 7th meeting. Conditions have been addressed. However, since that time, we have gone through the normal process of having the city attorney review the plat for purposes of assuring that the people signing the plat are the lawful owners of the property. And during that process, he noted that there are 2 outstanding mortgages to Citizens Bank Minnesota that are current, and the law requires that in a case like that, the banking institution would need to sign the plat as well. And so, and a condition that we would like to establish is that the bank needs to be a signatory to the plat.
Thank you. Any questions for Dave?
Just to follow up, Mr.
Yes.
President, Mr. Schnobrick is correct as far as where things are at, and we've communicated with the surveyor, and he's in the process of revising the plat to add the bank as a signatory. So I think the only additional condition would be that the Citizens Bank would also be signing the plat.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave. This is a public hearing. Anybody else like to be heard on it? Seeing nobody? Entertain a motion to close the hearing.
With that being said, close the public hearing and offer a resolution, waive the reading, approving the final plat of the Bode Addition, generally located at 304 South German Street, with the third added condition, signature from Citizens Bank.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second, close the public hearing, offer the resolution, waive the reading. Any more discussion? Seeing none? Finance Director, please call the roll.
Counselor Fisher?
Yes.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Christian,
Yes.
Counselor Schultz,
Yes.
President Schmitz.
Yes, motion carries. Item 3.2, public hearing on the final plat of the Herman Monument Edition.
Okay, the property to be platted in this case is located at 14 Monument Street. Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of the final plat at its July 30th meeting. The owner and the applicant in this case is the City of New Ulm. City Council approved the preliminary plat with conditions at its July 7th meeting. The plat would create 4 lots that would be located in 2 blocks. And there is a new street alignment for Monument Street that separates the 2 blocks. The lots and street would comply with city code requirements. All of the conditions have been met. And so at this time, there are no other requirements that need to be completed, and so the plat could be approved as submitted.
Thank you, Dave. Anybody have any questions? Public hearing for Dave? Or anybody?
Hearing none, I'll offer a motion to close the public hearing, offer resolution, waive the reading, approving the final plat of the Herman Monument Edition located at 14 Monument Street with the conditions. And they better pay their fee.
We have a motion and a second to close public hearing, offer resolution, waived reading. Any more discussion? Seeing none, Finance Director, please call the roll.
Counselor Fisher,
Yes.
Counselor Mack,
Yes.
Counselor Schultz,
Yes.
Counselor Christian.
Yes.
President Schmitz.
Yes, motion carries. Item 3.3, public hearing on the final plat of the Hyman Edition. And before we go on with this, I'm going to offer a correction in here and offer the resolution. It states there it's Herman Monument Edition, but it's actually the Hyman Edition. So generally, somebody makes a motion that we get it correct.
Is that incorrect?
That is correct.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, the Hyman Edition is located at 710 Summit Avenue. Planning Commission approved the final plat with conditions at its July 30th meeting. The owners of the property and the applicant are John and Patricia Hyman. The property is generally located west of Summit Avenue, south of Jonathan Drive, and east of McIntosh Drive. City Council approved the preliminary plat with conditions at its July 7th meeting. The plat creates 2 lots. Both of the lots would comply with city code requirements. There are no outstanding conditions, or at least there were none at the time that the staff or the report was prepared. However, in this case, we do have an additional condition that we would recommend. And this again has to do with a recorded mortgage against the property. Again, this is with Citizens Bank Minnesota. And since the plat needs to be signed by the bank indicating its consent to the agreement, that needs to be a condition.
Thank you, Dave. Anybody have any questions for Dave? Public hearing?
Is the parkland dedication fee $40? Is that correct? Because there's a number sign. I'm assuming that should be a dollar sign too.
The parkland dedication fee has been paid. It is $340.
So it is a typo on here then. It says it's the number sign, then 40?
That is correct on there. That is.
Okay, so we need to fix that on the motion too then, when we make the
Okay.
motion.
Actually, that payment has been made, so it's no longer a condition.
It's no longer
Got
a
it,
condition.
okay.
All right, then that's fine.
Seeing none, I'll offer the motion to close the public hearing and offer the resolution to recommend the approval of the final plat for the Hyman Edition with the additional condition of the mortgage signee to sign off, which is Citizens Bank.
Second. We have a motion and a second to close public hearing, offer resolution, waived reading. Any more discussion? Seeing none, Finance Director, please call the roll.
Counselor Fisher?
Yes.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
President Schmitz?
Yes, motion carries. Item number 4, 4.1, tree service licenses. And that's for Steve Hornick, and it goes for Northern Tree and Lawn at 922 North Washington Street, New Ulm, from August
offer the motion.
19th
Oh,
to
sorry.
June 30th. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. I'll offer that motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Seeing none? All in favor, say aye.
Oh, you got to do the roll call.
Oh, pardon, what? Oh, roll call, sorry. Heather, please call the roll.
Counselor Fisher?
Nicole, yeah,
Yes.
Counselor Mack?
getting all mixed up.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
President Schmitz?
Yes, motion carries. Let's see, item 4.2, wine and strong beer, and 3.2, malt liquor licenses.
And that's for the Grand.
Okay, that's for the Grand Center of Arts, and that goes from September 1st to June 30th, 2021.
I'll offer the motion to approve.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none? Finance Director, please call the roll.
Counselor Fisher?
Yes.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
President Schmitz?
Yes, motion carries. Item 5, old business, 5.1, conditional use permit for Kalick Contemporary Woodworks LLC. Mr. Schnoberg.
The city council approved this particular request at your last meeting on a unanimous vote, but you did it by motion. The approval is supposed to be by resolution. So what we're requesting is that you adopt a resolution approving the
I
request.
was wondering why it came back. Okay. I'll go ahead and offer this resolution, waive the reading. Approving the application of Harold Emirado, owner of Kala Contemporary Woodwork, as the applicant, and Chris Dalton, city manager, city of New Ulm, as the owner requesting additional use permit to allow the operation of a portable outdoor sawmill in an RA agriculture residence zoning district at the property located 1200 Water Street.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to offer the resolution, waive the reading. Any more discussion? Seeing none, Finance Director, please call the roll.
Counselor Fisher?
Yes.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
President Schmitz?
Yes, motion carries. Item number 6, new business, 6.1, Minnesota Music Hall of Fame lease agreement.
Council President and councilors, before you is an agreement with the Minnesota Music Hall of Fame to renew their lease from November 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2025. There is no rent received for this. The Hall of Fame pays the utilities on a prorated basis, and that's the rent that we collect from the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Chris. Any discussion?
I'm assuming that the city attorney's, the new lease agreement is fine?
Yes, this is essentially the same
Okay.
agreement that you approved previously. We're changing the dates. It's primarily about all that's happening with it.
Certainly a tourist stop in our city and something that people really enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and approve this lease agreement for a 5-year period, beginning November 1st, 2020, and ending December 31st, 2025. And the terms and conditions is outlined in the agreement.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve lease agreement. Any more discussion? Seeing none, Finance Director, please call the roll.
Counselor Fisher?
Yes.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
President Schmitz?
Yes, motion carries. Item number 6.2, support legislation to pass the bonding bill. Chris?
Council President and councilors, this is a request from CGMC to pass a resolution to support getting a bonding bill passed in the upcoming special session. They've kind of shot it down the last 2 special sessions, so a bonding bill is kind of imperative at this point for the state. There are a lot of projects that need to get done, so this is kind of just showing our support that the bonding bill does need to get passed this year.
Thank you, Chris. Any questions for Chris? Not, entertain a motion, or a resolution.
I'll offer the resolution, waive the reading to support a bonding bill and encourage lawmakers to work in, how about together, bipartisan way to pass a bonding
We can
bill in a
hope.
special session to be held in September 2020.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Seeing none? Finance Director, well, let's see, offered resolution, waived reading. Finance Director, please call the roll.
Counselor Fisher?
Yes.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
President Schmidt?
Yes, motion carries. Item 6.3, no, okay, yeah. Set a special assessment interest rate for project financed by the 2020 bonds. Nicole?
Counselors, this is something we do every year after the bond sale. Once we know what the interest rate is, we generally just add about 2% to that for the assessment rates for the year. So our the bond sold for just like 0.57%. So adding 2% gets us to about 2.6 for the assessment rate.
Sounds great, thank you. Any questions for Nicole?
Last year was what?
3.4, I think, 3.5.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I'll offer the resolution, waive the reading, setting the interest rate at 2.6% for special assessments levied for projects financed through general obligation permanent improvement revolving fund bonds, Series 2020.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to offer the resolution, waive the reading. Any more discussion? Seeing none, Finance Director, please call the roll.
Counselor Fisher?
Yes.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
President Schmidt?
Yes, motion carries. Excuse me. Red Cross Bloodmobile.
Council
Now we get to
President,
the important one, right?
Go ahead.
Council President, councilors, the Red Cross has, for a very long time, offered a free glass of beer for donating blood at our facilities. And the last time they did blood drive, we did not allow them because council needs to allow someone to distribute alcohol in city facilities. The last record I had ever seen of us ever approving this was a very long time ago, so I thought it was just time to bring this in front of council to get approval to do it for the rest of the year, and this will just be an ongoing item that we bring to council, so there's approval every year for these blood drives to give the glass of beer.
And
And
the
the glass
same
of
rules
beer.
apply when they give it away versus selling it?
It's still alcohol on city property.
Depends on, depends what rules you're referring to, Counselor.
Yeah.
You're talking about dram shop insurance and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
If there's sales going on without a limit of one per donor, that is a different situation. This is fairly unique New Ulm tradition that has been in place for decades. I'm aware of that. But I think under the circumstances, with it being capped at one beer, and it being a donation without any cost to the people who were donating the blood, I don't think that we'd have to worry about the rest of it.
We don't limit the size of the glass, right?
Good point.
How does that differ than if a family has a gathering, like in the park on our property, and they have a family reunion, they have a keg of beer?
The difference is they're not capping it at one. And that's a huge difference, because that's where you get into concerns about dram shop, et cetera. I don't believe the Red Cross does not have an age limitation of 21. I know they allow people younger than that to donate blood, but I think we could be fairly confident that they will not be dispensing the one beer to anyone underage.
Thank you. Any other questions?
So we're going to have to do this every year?
Yes,
One time per year?
one time per year to cover all
Not
their
every time
events.
that they come?
Yeah.
So this will be in the future, maybe set up around the July time, or?
We'll work with the Red Cross to see when they have their schedule for the blood drive events, and then
Okay.
when they have those dates set, we'll bring it at one time.
Okay,
This would be effective through the end of the calendar year.
Yes,
as
the end
you
of the
said.
calendar year, yep.
yes, okay. So January, we'll have to do a new one then, okay.
That is correct.
I'll go ahead and authorize the Red Cross to offer and serve without cost blood donors 21 years of age or older, 1 glass of beer after donating blood during the Red Cross blood drives, city-owned facilities until December 31st, 2021. So we got a year and a little more.
We have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion?
It didn't matter that he didn't say resolution, did it? He didn't say, he just said I'll offer. Does that matter?
Doesn't,
I
it's,
don't know.
is it written as a resolution?
They'll
Should
bring
it
it
be?
back.
Yeah. Well, it's really unique. I think there is one other city that does it, but not many. And hey, whatever it takes, we always need
Yeah.
blood. You know, their blood drive is always looking for
That's right.
get people down there. And if
Just to be safe, I think a resolution. would
Be read,
appropriate.
should be a resolution?
You
Okay.
should just
Wanna
change it
restate
to
it, Russ?
resolution.
oh, so
Restate
yeah,
it.
we need to. I'll state it as a resolution. Waive the reading.
You're going to second, Lisa?
Yep,
Okay.
second, sorry.
We have a motion and a second to offer resolution, waive reading. Any more discussion? Seeing none, Finance Director, please call the roll.
Counselor Fisher?
Yes.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
President Schmitz?
Yes, motion carries. Item 6.5, Park and Rec donations.
Okay, this time I did notice that the Park and Rec Director did put my name on the presented by. I think that's the first time I've seen that. All right, here we go. At the August 10th, 2020, the Park and Rec unanimously recommended the above proposed action, and that's offer the resolution, waive the reading, accepting donations offered to the City of Nome through the Park and Rec Department as outlined. Okay, and now these cash donations are all for the German Park Amphitheater. They go towards the $100,000 pledge that we had received earlier from Janet and Terry Dempsey. Number one, $100 cash from Dave and Aledna Bernick, $25 from Melina Werner and family, $250 from Terry and Ellie Sweeney, $100 from Kim Hempel, Schmitz and Tom Schmitz, $100 from Randy and Carolyn Newman, $100 from Margaret D. Oswald, $50 from Fred and Sandy Garais, $100 from Mary Kay O'Connor, $1,000 from the Laraway family, care of Dean Laraway, $50 from Irma R. McClellan, $100 honoring Kurt and Ella Eisen from Heidi Glover, $100 honoring Vietnam veterans from Tom Backer. Okay, then we have also two pledges, $500 honoring Vietnam veterans from Bruce Lombrick and Jeannie Braun, $1,100 from Concordia Lanes and Kegel Club Ramona Albrecht. Also, German Park Paver Stones, $200 honoring William and Mildred Ring from Linda Tongate, $200 in memory of past DAV auxiliary from DAV Auxiliary Unit 15, Linda Tongate. Herman Heights Paver Stone, $200 honoring the Ralph and Sue Madel family from Tammy and Keith Hanley. So that brings a total to $2,678 in cash, $1,600 in pledges, for a grand total of $4,275.
Thank you
There
to
you have
everybody.
Thank you.
Second.
Entertain a motion to offer the resolution? Accepting?
That I did.
That
We
he
did.
did. He read
Okay.
that
Oh, sorry
before,
about
so I
that.
second
Okay.
that.
All right. Any more discussion? Seeing none, Finance Director, please call the roll.
Counselor Fisher?
Yes.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
President Schmitz?
Yes, motion carries. Thank you, everybody. With no more business, meeting adjourned.